You're listening to the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Every band I referee, I check. It's the rules. I gotta make sure there's no foreign objects. I have yet to find one, so there's that. I haven't found one to date. And when the show might come to a screeching halt when the fans offend the Razor Ramones, and I might have to lay down a 10 count to get the band to start playing again. I might have to let the crowd know that they do need to stop saying the Razor Ramones suck, or else the show will not go on.
I will put up with that.
Yeah. We can't have any of the crowd booing at all. Definitely no booing the Razor Ramones. No. That's right. And then once there was some interference, and I did have to. Well, I guess not once, twice. There's been interference. I've had to chase people from the stage area.
Listen, this motherfucker from the Yavin 4, his name's Biddy. This motherfucker ran up on stage when we were playing once, and he threw powder right in my eyes. I couldn't see. I was afraid that I was blinded for life. And if I can't see, I've got nothing left to live for. And I was afraid this man had taken my eyes. And by taking my eyes, he takes money right out of my children's mouths. And I was furious.
Why are you children eating money?
We got it out. We got it out of my eyes. But I swear to God, if I see that son of a bitch this Friday, Benny No Good of the Yavin 4, I just might kick the shit out of him.
Well, you will see him at the Fifth Quarter Lounge this Friday night.
He might hide all night, dude. You never know. You know how these people are.
So there's another reason for me to be there. I might have to separate the two and make sure there's no physical altercations, and make sure all disputes are solved on stage behind the instruments. And at the end of the night, I have to declare a winner, and it's been a undefeated streak. The Razor Ramones have walked away the champion every show, so they're that good. They're that good.
Rex, what did you think when the band Fiber came out with all the replica belts at one of your shows?
Hey, no, let me take this one. Hey, Fiber, guess what? You broke up. You're done. We ruined you. We ran you out of town. You didn't have anywhere left to go. You didn't have anywhere left to play, so you just gave up like you always do. We'll never give up. We'll never stop. But you geeks, you phonies, you fakes, later. Bye, Fiber. We always win. We always come out on top. We're the Razor Ramones, and we never quit.
All right, guys. Well, our first hour is almost up. Do you guys want to stick around for some NXT and SummerSlam predictions, or do you guys have to run?
No,
absolutely. I'm here for that.
I got a lot of predictions.
Okay,
I have some opinions.
Well, we'll have the NWA Continental Champion, the Southern Gentleman, the Morning Star, Will Huckabee on in just a few minutes.
No.
While we've got a moment, do you guys want to give some social media information so that way all of our listeners can find out where you're going to be?
I got it. All right, so we got Facebook / The Razor Ramones. We got Twitter / The Razor Ramones. We got Instagram / The Razor Ramones. YouTube, however, is youtube.com /user / The Razor Ramones. And then we've got TheRazorRamones.bandcamp.com. But what we have coming up, August 21st, Friday night, Fifth Quarter Lounge, Indianapolis, the big Original Dirt Show. Then we got August 28th, Louisville, huge show. We're returning back to Louisville for our first time, undefeated. We're teaming up with our wrestling Eskimo brothers, the Barbariettes. They were also played on there. They're our Eskimo brothers, the Barbariettes. We got Boner City, Louisville's own Boner City, and we got Louisville's own Tracers. And there's another band. I don't know who they're on this.
Well, why isn't Louisville's own Vader Bomb going to be on that bill?
Those geeks never.
They're like a tumbleweed in the wind. You can't pin down Vader Bomb. They're the most unstoppable, powerful force in music.
That's not true. We played them once. We pinned them down, and now they don't want to get pinned down again. Boom.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't refereeing that show, and I was pretty impressed by them. So I don't know what it might. As an impartial referee, I think that might be the Razor Ramones' biggest contest. When
it's not. They're running scared. All right, man, that's it. We got it. We'll stick around for a minute, though, brother.
So, hey, you mentioned the Barbariettes being your Eskimo brothers. They're a bunch of chicks that name themselves after the Barbarian, right?
Yes.
They were played on.
They are. Yes, they have. There's two ladies and a fella that plays drums. They have songs about Mick Foley, Scott Hall. Let me look here. It's not loading. But, yeah, they are also wrestling-themed pop punk. They are clearly meant to be our Eskimo brothers. We've all been on Art of Wrestling, so you know how it goes.
So what was that like being on the Art of Wrestling? You know, it's not as cool as being on the Undisputed Wrestling show, but what was that feeling like that you were exposed to that many people?
Well, I'll tell you, when I started this band, I said the only goal I had was to be played on the Art of Wrestling. We did it within a year. What?
Why don't you just quit then? You've accomplished.
There's really a reason. Well, then I made a new goal. It was to have Jim Cornette cut a promo on us, and then that happened the very next day. So this day we're on the Art of Wrestling, and I said, oh, yeah. Then the very next day, Jim Cornette cut a promo on us. I said, maybe I'll keep going. Just see what happens.
So what's the next goal then?
To play the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, we know Congo Kong. He might be able to get you on that bill.
Cole Cabana gave me the contacts and all, but it was the same weekend as Heroes and Legends that we were already booked for, and I didn't want
to. Yeah, you don't miss a book.
Do you think we made the right choice, Rex?
No.
I was letting you handle that one.
Hey, here, let me ask you: did Heroes and Legends have a drug bridge?
No,
I don't
didn't.
remember seeing a drug bridge.
They didn't even have an audio person to help us out.
Well, and also
didn't even.
Well,
what?
I was just gonna say that right before when the guy was introducing you, he said, "Hey, if you want to go meet Kevin Nash, then upstairs. Here's the Razor Ramones."
Hey, but the good part of it all was that Scott Steiner had to sit there and listen to us.
No, he did not sit there. He did not just sit there. He left. And
then, once he left, I smelled all his farts. Dude left that place smelling like a fart.
Yes. So, yeah. All right, well, do you guys want to talk about SummerSlam or NXT first?
I don't care.
I'll do NXT first and then build up to SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay. Do the Geek Show first.
So NXT will be on this Saturday night. They changed the time to 7:30 bell time. So I'm not sure if all these matches are going to be on the network or if they're going to be dark matches beforehand. But the latest thing that has been tweeted out by Paul Levesque is like 10 matches. So yeah, the first match that I've got listed here is Eva Marie versus Carmella. What are you guys' thoughts on that match?
I think they're looking to get Eva Marie, the always loved superstar, as declared by Total Divas. She's always been loved by the fans, that they say on Total Divas. So I don't see her losing that one with her soaring popularity.
Yeah, I agree. She's definitely winning. Carmella, she might be hot as hell, but she is geek as Gela. I don't know. She's a geek. She's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Eva Marie gets to get a win over a lady that's been on TV regularly, but doesn't matter. So Eva Marie wins. Easy.
All right. I'm going to agree with you guys. Eva Marie is my official prediction. All right. The Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, is going to be taking on a debuting Apollo Crews, otherwise known
Are you
as
serious?
Ooh-Ha Nation. Yes. So what are you guys' thoughts on that match?
All right, I got to cut in here. We in the Razor Ramones are very, very big fans of Ooh-Ha Nation because he is a very big fan of the Razor Ramones. If you'll look at our Facebook page, you'll see a picture where the Razor Ramones, we were just hanging out in somewhere. It looked like a wrestling building, but it might have been anywhere. And he came over to high five Big Sean Hall. Big Scrit, the 1, 2, 3 Scrit, Sean Critney. He ran over to high five him. It was not Scritney high fiving Ooh-Ha and saying that's what's up at a CZW show in Indianapolis. No. Ooh-Ha is a big fan of us, so we're a big fan of him. Apollo Crews, straight to the top, daddy.
Agreed.
The thing that confuses me, obviously, Crews is going to crush Ty Dillinger, but why they've been giving Ty Dillinger a little bit of gimmick? Why are they just beating him? Why didn't they get somebody else to?
I do agree with that. I was looking up that tweet when you were mentioning it because I knew I saw something about it earlier, so I'd pull it up so I'd be ready for our analysis here, and I was kind of surprised.
You guys.
Just throwing Ty Dillinger there. What?
Ty Dillinger's a geek.
Well, they don't want everybody to stay a geek, though. But he's going to stay a geek.
Ty Dillinger's a geek. He's irrelevant.
All right. The next match that I've got on,
and I am thinking all these matches will be on there because that they have been hyping Apollo Crews being a part of the Takeover show.
Well, but, okay, the next match that I have listed is Bull Dempsey versus Elias Sampson. Would you really want to watch that match?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. But hey, I'm not
that
saying
sounds like a dark match.
I'm not saying that they're all winners, but it's. I think it's going to be on there, unfortunately.
All right,
but no, wait. That could be a spot where Enzo and Cassidy come out. They're not booked.
Nope. They're later on.
Hey, let me welcome the host of the Undisputed Wrestling Show, the NWA Continental Champion, the Morning Star, Will Huckabee. Will, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great, man. I'm so glad I jumped into the match early. I mean, I jumped in late and stuff, man. But I'm here, ready to get the hot tag. What's going on?
Let me reset everything. This is the Undisputed Wrestling Show. I am one of the co-hosts, the Das Wunderbeard, Zane Paisley. I've got on with me the NWA Continental Champion, the Morning Star, Will Huckabee, and we've got from the Razor Ramones, Rex Razor Sharp, and Dave Barnett.
Woo!
So Will, we've been talking. We've talked a lot about pop punk and roller coasters, and the big show, the big Revenge of the Nerd show on Friday, August 21st, this coming Friday in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're just going over the card with NXT this Saturday night in Brooklyn. So the next match that I have listed here is a 4-way match, and I believe it's there's no real stipulation of this match. It's just a 4-way match. It's Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Emma versus Dana Brooke. Will, who do you got in that match?
I'm gonna have to go with Charlotte, man. She's kind of on a roll and stuff, man.
That's a good point.
I think they're going to give it. I think they're going to give it to Dana Brooke by some screw job thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with Beast. Triple H said it marks a new era. It's about the future. Dana Brooks is the future. Those broads are the past. Boom. Dana Brooks is awesome.
Okay. So Rex, you just mentioned Enzo and Big Cass. They're actually in an 8-man tag where it's Enzo and Big Cass, who they will get a huge pop in Brooklyn. I do not know why they are not in the tag team championship match, but they're teaming with the Hype Brothers, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder, versus Jason Jordan and Chad Gable and Dash and Dawson. What's on that match, Rex?
Enzo and Cass are going to win because it's their hometown. They're going to go for the pop for that. The rest of the teams are geeks.
I agree. As much as I like Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
I love Chad Gable. Yeah, Chad Gable's awesome, but there's not a chance of him winning.
Well, I like them both, but I mean, even thrown into this whole mix, it makes them look like the biggest geeks in the world. And Enzo and Cass are going to be the stars of that match, and it's going to be all about them, hopefully.
What about you, Morningstar?
I don't know. I want to agree with everybody, but I'm not too sure, man. I think that NXT is, you know, with everything we've learned from NXT is to never expect the always to expect the unexpected and stuff. And this might be the match where they throw the fans a curveball. You know, you'd like for it to go one way, but you know, it might go the other way. I'm not quite sure on this one.
Well,
no, I agree. I agree. It could go a lot of different ways. Definitely.
I'm going to say that Enzo and Big Cass are going to get the biggest pop of the night in front of the biggest crowd that NXT has ever drawn. Over 13,000 tickets sold for that at the Barclays Center, and people are going to be reciting their little intro word for word, just like the New Age Outlaws used to do. So they're going to go over.
But now that you said that, I could honestly see them. They're really high on Gable and Jordan, so I could honestly see those two taking it after that.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a kind of a going away present for Enzo and Big Cass. I think that they're going to get moved up to the main roster soon. So I see them going over pretty big. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, could. It's a hard one. That one's a hard one.
Yeah. All right. For the NXT the NXT Tag Team Championship, we've got the Dubstep Cowboys, Blake and Murphy.
That's their name.
Well, it's appropriate, isn't it? They're taking on my favorite tag team right now, the Vaudevillains. Who do you guys have on that? Will, who do you got?
I want to ask you a question before we get to that. Have you seen the Vaudevillains live, like not on TV?
No, I've never been to an NXT show.
Well, then you'll stop liking the Vaudevillains because they're all TV. They're basically nothing without their entrance and their whole production. Unfortunately.
But I'm judging them on TV. That's like saying that.
That's true.
Well, I'm just bursting your bubble before you get disappointed when you go see them live.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings
was your expectations.
When you take away the green screen, you know, I don't care what they're like live. They're a TV product to me.
I can understand that. But I was right there with you too. But they were probably the most disappointing thing of the NXT and Columbus show at the Arnold.
I'm sorry. So B, since you spoke up on it, then who do you have in this match?
I'm taking Blake and Murphy because they're meshing very well as a tag team, and I like watching the matches. So I think they're going to keep going with them, and I think it'd be a misstep to change it.
Okay. What about you, Morningstar?
Yeah, I'm definitely going against the Vaudevillains on this one. I'm with Blake and Murphy, the Cowboys. What the frick their name is right now. I like the way they look. I like the way they wrestle. I think that they, like you said, I think they mesh very well as a team. I think that when they get bumped up to the main roster, that they are another piece that WWE needs to breathe life into their tag team division. Although me, myself personally, I'm very disappointed that my favorite NXT tag team is not in the tag team title match.
Who's that?
But I think that,
Who's your favorite tag team in NXT?
The Mechanics, man. And the reason why, because, Scott Dawson is a mentor of mine from North Carolina and stuff, so I'm always going to cheer for the hometown guy. I hate the look that he has now, but, this guy can really go and stuff, and so I'm just glad to see that he's NXT. But, get back to the subject with the Vaudevillains, I think that their gimmick is not a main roster gimmick. I really can't see them on the main roster. If they are, I think it'll be more of the Santino comedy gimmick and stuff, where they'll be on the main roster and they'll get beat up and stuff, and the fans will love them, but they really won't go over. That gimmick that they have right now is an NXT gimmick, because it, in my personal opinion, it has more of a indie wrestling feel to it than a actual big.
It's a Chikara gimmick. It's not even a WWE gimmick. It's a Chikara.
I don't want to say that far. I'd say they would fit in well in a brand split universe when SmackDown had all those kind of gimmicky tag teams, and like they could have been like the Kid Cash and Jamie Noble team.
Do what?
When there was a Velocity to get them over and stuff like that. Back in that day, I think they would have fit in really well in that time, the SmackDown brand split era.
So what about you, Rex? Who do you got in this match?
The Dime Store Cowboys. What did you call them?
Dubstep Cowboys.
The Dubstep Cowboys. They've got Alexa Bliss. What's her name?
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, no one knows what her name is. They got her. She's pulling off her little heel character perfectly. They're meshing really well right now. And they're going to hold on to the titles till they drop them to Enzo and Cass. There's no reason to drop them to the Vaudevillains. No one cares about it anymore.
Well, I'm going to go with the Vaudevillains, because I think that they're going to just be transitional champions, and they're going to try to build up the Ascension back in NXT again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's my prediction. It could be right, it could be wrong, but that's my prediction.
You know what? It's not a bad prediction. I really think that might happen.
Well, thank you, Beast. We're kindred spirits.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, though.
I didn't. I just said that that's what my prediction is. The next match, which will not be the match of the night, but it's one of the more intriguing matchups. We've got the Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze versus New Japan Pro Wrestling All-Star and legend Jushin Thunder Liger. Beast, what's your thought on this match?
Well, you were saying you weren't expecting it to be match of the night. I say don't count it out too quickly, because I really like Tyler Breeze a lot, and Jushin Liger can still go at times, and maybe this will be the magic night for both of them. And I don't see it being counted out so easily as match of the night. I think Tyler Breeze is going to get some kind of cheap finish at the end, and that might sour things. But hey, maybe no, I'm not even going to say he's going to win cleanly over Jushin Liger. That'd be crazy. No, yeah. But no, I think it'll be a good match. Tyler Breeze has had some fantastic matches. They've been with guys like Finn Balor and Sami Zayn, so I mean, it was a joint effort. But Tyler Breeze, he's really good, and he's probably the guy I think is the most underrated in NXT.
Well, the reason that I said that it won't be the match of the night, because Jushin Thunder Liger is not a young guy anymore. He can still go, but he's not to the level of a lot of those guys on there. It's a very special attraction match. I think it's awesome, and I think it's crazy that it's gotten so much coverage from pro wrestling websites, from shows like ours, from other shows, because he's been working obviously New Japan shows, but also Ring of Honor shows for the last couple of years in the United States, and this is making it seem like a big deal.
Well, it is his first WWE affiliated match.
Yeah, that is true. So, Rex, who do you think is going to go over in this match?
Liger's been awesome as the grumpy old man, like stretching the young kids. He's been awesome doing that kind of gimmick whenever he's come over to the U.S. His favorite wrestler in the U.S. is Cheeseburger in Ring of Honor. He actually had a really fun match with Dalton Castle, which is kind of similar to Tyler Breeze.
Whoa, you're putting up Castle?
Yeah, your favorite wrestler, Dalton Castle.
Take it easy. I said it was a fine match.
I will let Fine Guy know that you very much loved the Dalton Castle match.
Yeah, it'll be a fun match, but there's no way Tyler Breeze doesn't win. He'll win.
Yeah. What about you, Will Huckabee?
All right, first of all, I got to say a couple things before I say who I think will win. To go against your statement that Jushin Liger is not on the same level, he's not in his prime. Like, I had the honor of working out in a gym with Jushin Liger like 2 years ago, and let me tell you something. At 50, almost 60 years old, before this gentleman even touched the weight, he did 1,000 Hindu squats. Then he started working out, and then he ran 2.5 miles. You show me a 24-year-old right now that can do that, and then I'll say that Jushin Liger is not in his prime. This man is in phenomenal shape, even at the age that he's in right now. I've seen him in a couple of matches live now, and I've heard guys talk, about their experience working Jushin Liger, and they said that they had to speed up to catch up with him. He's just like Ric Flair when he sets a blistering pace when he wants to. If he doesn't feel like doing business or he feels like somebody's big leaguing him, he will set a blistering pace in the ring. Now, along with the match, with everybody, I believe that this is the match of the night because I think that this is the match that sold tickets. Like you said, Zane, Jushin Liger is a special attraction. He's getting to a point in his career now where people are realizing they don't have a lot of time left to see him wrestle live. And so everybody's eating at the opportunity, and everybody's biting at the opportunity to see him wrestle live, whether it's in ROH or it's at New Japan show held in America or it's at WWE event. I think the reason why this is so special is because in his 30-plus year career, legendary career, this is his first time in a WWE ring. So,
I want to jump in here real quick before you move on. I think it's funny that you say that people are saying that they're jumping at the chance to see him live. They don't know when it's going to be. I remember them saying the same things when he was wrestling Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor and when he's coming over for rare appearance in America. They were saying you don't know when you're going to see Jushin Liger live again, and he's still here. He's got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying hopefully he doesn't retire soon, because he has so much experience, and there are still a lot of guys that can benefit from being in the ring with him. But back to what I was saying, just like Hogan and Andre and stuff at WrestleMania 3 and everything, and the Rock and Hogan and stuff, this might not be the best technical match of the night, but this is the match that sold the ticket. So therefore, in wrestling terms, this is the match of the night. This is the match that put an ass every 16 to 18 inches. Nobody really came to see, Tyler Breeze or the Vaudevillains. I mean, you might like some people as wrestlers, but the majority of those fans came to see Jushin Thunder Liger. Now, with all of that being said, I do believe that they're going to put Tyler Breeze over because with Jushin's career and stuff, it doesn't do him any good to go over on Tyler Breeze for WWE ring. We already know that he's going to go into the WWE Hall of Fame. I think that this match will guarantee that he goes into the WWE Hall of Fame. This match would do a lot more for Tyler Breeze, who, for some strange reason, I'm really warming up to. I hated his gimmick and I hated his work when I first saw him, but he slowly warmed up to me. So therefore, I think that this match will benefit him so much more than it'll benefit Liger. And because of that reason, and because they can take his win over Liger and build on that, kind of like with Brock Lesnar going over on The Undertaker and stuff, I think that's the reason why Tyler Breeze is going to go over on Liger.
Okay, well, I'm going to go in the exact opposite direction of all you guys.
Oh.
Liger's going to go over because WWE likes to book the guest as going as the winner. Look at Lawrence Taylor at WrestleMania. What good business does it to have him go over Bam Bam Bigelow?
Well, I have a feeling that was probably part of the stipulation of getting Lawrence Taylor to do it in the first place.
Well, either way, they like to put over, you look at any time that they bring in Money Mayweather, anybody that they bring in as a special guest.
I'd say the same for Mayweather, too.
So you're going to predict the injured Stephen Amell getting the win over Stardust and King Barrett?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Zane, here's the thing, though, Zane. Here's another thing that you have to realize also, that Liger is a worker. You know what I'm saying? He's a veteran and stuff, and it makes good business sense. I think that, in my personal opinion, this is the time of Liger's career where he's giving back to the business.
Yes.
You know, he's gotten so much from professional wrestling. You know, he's made money, he's bought houses, cars, toured the world, millions of fans, whatever the case may be. This is his chance in every wrestler's career to give back to the business that's given to them. And so I think that he himself will probably insist that Tyler Breeze goes over on him.
Hey, I'm just giving my prediction. So.
I agree too, especially after learning about his love of Cheeseburger and Ring of Honor, seeing the match with Dalton Castle and the things he did there to help Castle get over more. There's no way he doesn't do this in the WWE for Tyler Breeze. It's almost the same thing.
Liger knows better than Mayweather or Lawrence Taylor.
It's not up to Liger. He doesn't book it. He's told whether he wins or loses. And my prediction is that he's going to win. He's going to go over.
And no, Zayn, like Liger is just like Undertaker. He's not going to lose or win if he doesn't want to. Like, no, you're not going to tell Liger, hey, this guy's going over. If Liger says no, he is a no. Even Vince, the almighty Vince McMahon, respects history and tradition enough to realize you don't tell Taker and you don't tell Liger. That's like telling Kenta Kobashi that he's going to job out to Brian Danielson or to fucking Zack Ryder. It's not happening.
That was great.
Well, and Tyler Breeze, they don't need to build him up because after WrestleMania, they're going to fire Heath Slater. No. They're going to fire Heath Slater, and he's going to be the new Heath Slater. He's going to be the jobber to the stars, and he's going to make a lot of money over his career. They don't need to build him up.
They do need to build him up, though. He had so many of these foul shots and things that never happened. He needs to be built up.
He needs something to talk about.
But they're not going to position him like that. He's never going to be a champion. He's going to be an enhancement talent, and that's all he needs to be. So why would he need to get a win over Jushin Thunder Liger?
But they've already got, but they're really, if you think about it, Zane, they already got Fandango for that role. He's in.
And that's true. But I think
Adam Rose.
I think Adam Rose can be gone. But I see Tyler Breeze being that next generation of those guys. We've spent way too long. We've only got half an hour left, and we still need to go through the next 3 matches on this and the SummerSlam card. So let's move on to Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. Rex, who you got?
Corbin. Baron Corbin, he's going to win. There's no reason for Joe to win. Joe's who Joe is. Yet if Baron Corbin gets a win over the indie favorite, which has been his entire shtick lately, it propels him higher than if he loses, which does nothing for him. So Corbin wins, no question.
All right. Will, what's your prediction on that match?
Samoa Joe. I think they're building up Samoa Joe to go against Kevin Steen. Or Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar, one of the two.
Okay. Beast?
I think Joe's winning on his way to the main roster. I think it's simple as that.
I agree that Joe should be on the main roster, and I think they'll put him there soon. That's why I think they're going to give Corbin the win in front of the Brooklyn fans. You always do the honors on your way out, and I think that's what they're going to do for him.
He's the guy trolling the internet fans, and it's going to be a crowd full of internet fans in front of Joe. Of course he's going to win.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, for the NXT Women's Championship, we've got the challenger Bayley versus the champion, the boss, Sasha Banks. Will, who do you have in this match?
I think because of the fact that the boss is about to be probably the number 2 diva, number 2, number 3 diva on the main roster. She's gonna, like you just said, do the honors on the way out, and they're gonna give the crowd a feel good moment before they screw them in the main event and stuff, and finally give Becky the title.
Okay, Beast, what do you think about this match?
I'm hoping for Bayley's big moment. That's what I think, and I think if we're counting out Breeze and Liger, I think this is the match of the night, Bayley versus Sasha Banks.
I agree with you on that being the match of the night. Rex, what do you think?
Bailey.
Why?
Sasha Banks on the main roster. There's no reason to keep it on her. Might as well give it to the one of the 4 horsewomen that didn't get called up.
I think it's going to be match of the night. I think Banks is going to retain. But let me interject real quick. You think she's going to retain, but then who does Dana Brooks feud with? Well, okay, let me finish this. She just pinned Nikki Bella on Raw this past week. So it's champion versus champion for no titles on the line. They're going to propel this feud and make it a bigger deal than what it has been. And she's finally going to dethrone Nikki Bella as the WWE Divas champion. And as they've established in the past, with Paige, you can't hold both the belts, so they'll strip it from her. And I think that Bayley is better. She'll be better as the challenger, always trying to reach for that brass ring. I think if she becomes champion, then we'll get bored with her. It's the same thing with Sting. He was always better as the challenger than as the champion.
Possibly.
Any other reactions from our panel, our esteemed panel this evening?
I think you covered it there.
Okay.
I can understand your thinking.
So in the main event, we've got the NXT Championship, a rematch from Beast in the East. We've got Kevin Owens, the former champion, versus the current champion, Finn Balor, in a ladder match, which they just made it a ladder match recently, right? Like in the last week or so?
Yeah, last week.
Okay. So Beast, what's your prediction on this match?
I think Finn Balor's taking it, and I think all that Kevin Owens with the belt at the tapings is just screwing with everybody. I don't think it's going to be anything too out of the ordinary. It'll be a good match, and Balor's just going to retain the title.
Will, what's your thought?
I think that this match, on paper, looks like it's, I don't know, it's custom made for Finn Balor to win. Until people can look back at, Kevin Steen's ROH career, with all of his ladder wars and stuff, especially the 2 ladder wars he had, with El Generico. It just seemed like El Generico, because he was quicker and faster and a high flyer, he would beat Kevin Steen and stuff, and of course Steen, beat him to a bloody pulp and stuff. I got Steen, regaining the NXT championship.
Rex razor sharp.
Man, this one's a hard one. I honestly feel like Balor should retain, not regain. But there's been a little stuff leak out on the internet that says that Owens has retained. So
I think they knew that was going to get out, and that's why they did
I think that's all total BS. So I think that makes it a fact that Balor's going to retain. Why wouldn't he? Owens is a main roster fellow. What's the point of having the belt on Owens? Except the point is that he gets his face on Raw every week. So when they're doing these touring NXT shows, they then have a guy defending the title that's been on Raw every week and beat John Cena. So, man, I'm torn. I'm going to go Owens. I think it's going to be Owens.
Yeah, as you're saying, there's so many different scenarios in play in this match with how they're marketing the NXT Championship, the spoilers that have possibly come out where Owens is holding the belt for next week's NXT show on the WWE Network. There's just so many different weird things that are going on. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm gonna go with send the crowd home happy on your biggest show that you've ever had, WrestleMania. For the first WrestleMania, for 15 of them, they always had the face go over. So I think this is NXT's WrestleMania. So I'm going to say Finn Balor walks away with the championship. So